To me, it was super exciting that one of my idols is who had designed my house. One of my coworkers emailed me the listing, and I could see some of the cool lines of the house, but the materials were all the original materials from 50 years ago. So it didn't show very well in those images, but my wife and I pulled up to the house, and then immediately I was like, I want this house. It was incredibly obvious that somebody had spent time designing this to the site and making sure that the light and the way that the breeze came through the house on a hot day, it was very thoughtful. And so the more I got into the bones of the house, I'm getting more and more interested in finding out who did design it. As it turns out, it was Moritz Kundig. It was like winning the happy lottery. I've loved his work for so many years. Moritz, he came over and spent an afternoon on a Saturday, walked through the house, and it was really neat to hear his comments and talk a little bit about why he made some of the moves that he made back in the day when he designed it.
One of the big things is honesty about everything. The way you use the materials, the structure, everything is exposed and it's honest. I always consider the site and the exposure, what's south and east and west and north and so on, the views, and it always has to fit in the site.
I tried not to take anything away from what he had originally done. I replaced paint finishes, I replaced the flooring. We did tear down the walls that were surrounding the original kitchen. I think this space right here is probably my favorite. And we spend a lot of time just like hanging out in the kitchen, talking, sitting in the living room. We did open up the ceilings in the main floor bedrooms in order to capture a little more volume in the space and follow the lines that he had created originally in the formal living area. And in doing so, we were able to create like a little reading library area above the closets and the bathroom.
Contrary to what happens in most places, this was an improvement here. He opened it up, the kitchen and so on, which is very nice actually. Yeah.
We took out 28 pine trees that were at some phase of their life, and none of which were purposeful in the layout of the yard. Couldn't see the house from the street, and it was like this aha moment, like, oh my God, this thing's been hidden for 40, 30 years, however long it had been overgrown with trees. And it really at that point became the realization that I have this hidden gem.